Hi there, hi, good morning everyone. This is Liz Davis. I am a nutritionist and I specialise in digestive health for busy women. So I help busy women fix their painful digestion, reflux problems, IBS, bloating and so on. And I do this with state-of-the-art gut testing, hormone testing if we need it, and any other kind of testing, and then dietary lifestyle upgrades to gently bring things back into balance for you and get you feeling a lot better. So I was just today going to go into 5 underlying reasons why you may be getting IBS symptoms. So if you're getting these kind of symptoms, say if it's constipation, diarrhea, bloating, painful digestion, reflux, whatever is going on for you, that is your gut telling you that there's something going on in there, it's not happy. So what we need to do is establish what that root cause is and then fix it properly. So basically, first up then, what you will probably have come across if you are someone who has suffered with their gut for a long time is the low FODMAP diet. And what's going on with this is basically there are a group of carbohydrate foods they're more difficult for your gut to digest. So if your gut's a bit more compromised than it should be, for one of the reasons I'm about to tell you, then going on a low FODMAP diet can alleviate some of the symptoms. So when you do the low FODMAP plan, it's not actually solving the problem. What it's doing is stopping your gut reacting so much while you go and try and find out what's going on in there and try and undergo some kind of healing process. So it's not a cure, it is just taking out anything that's hard to digest because your gut is struggling a little bit. So these kind of carbohydrates, they do hang around in the gut and they ferment, so that makes you bloated and can, because your gut's not processing it properly, that can cause problems for you. So there's some big food groups in here. So this is why it's wise to not stay on it for too long, because a lot of these foods are really healthy for you. So for example, things like broccoli, onions, garlic, avocado, all these are high FODMAP foods, which really we need to be eating in abundance to keep our gut microbiome healthy. Our gut microbiome likes all these different coloured fruits and vegetables going on. So there are some high FODMAP foods that would be a good idea to avoid anyway. So things like gluten, it's not really a good idea to be eating too much of that, depending on what your issue is, even any of it. Conventional dairy foods, processed foods, sugar, that kind of thing, they're all high FODMAP as well. So they can quite safely be taken out of your diet, but it's just these other kind of much healthier foods that we need to be getting into your diet as well. Okay, so that's what the low FODMAP diet is in a nutshell. So next up, if you're struggling with IBS symptoms, I would be looking at your stress levels, definitely, because your gut-brain axis is powerful and it's kind of on all the time. So your gut is always talking to your brain is always talking to your gut. And in some people, this is more sensitive than others. So some people might experience symptoms with acute stress. So for example, if you've got an exam coming up or you've got your driving test, or just day-to-day hassles can sometimes cause you to have gut problems. Or it can be something more deep-seated. So perhaps if there's been abuse in childhood, for example, or other kind of ongoing stresses, then that can be causing problems for your digestion in adulthood as well. So it's really important to get a handle on stress and figure out what is causing you stress, and maybe seek counselling if that's appropriate, or even just day-to-day managing your stress. So meditation, journaling, playing music, whatever it is that you can use to decompress, that is really important if you've got gut problems, and double down on all those things, certainly. So next up, number 3 is a lack of exercise. So your gut really loves it when you're moving around a lot. It doesn't really like it if you're sitting all day. For example, if you're sitting all day at a computer at work, it's not keen on that. It needs you moving so it can get moving and get that nice peristaltic action going on so it can clean itself out. So even remembering to get up and walk around during the day, get up and walk around when you're on the phone, for example. get off the bus a stop earlier and get that, those steps in, get walking as much as you can. So that's in addition to doing things like your actual exercise routines. So going to the gym or weights or running or whatever it is you do, or a yoga class. Yoga is fabulous for digestion because it works on relaxing you and getting all your muscles working as well. So that's a really good technique to use if you do have gut problems. Next up, number 4 is definitely dysbiosis. So dysbiosis is when you've got an imbalance in your gut bacteria. You've got too many less desirable species and not enough beneficial ones. And when this pattern crops up, it always tends to result in your typical kind of IBS problems. And this can come about from having lots of antibiotics or being exposed to pollution, just taking regular medications, even stuff like the contraceptive pill, anti-inflammatories and so on. These can all cause problems in the gut. So it's worth having a look at those, having another look at those and seeing if this is the issue with you. So going alongside that problem as well, so if you sometimes have these imbalances in bacteria in the large intestine, sometimes these bacteria can start to proliferate in the small intestine as well. And when they do that, they can cause a lot of problems. So when that happens, it's called SIBO, so small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. And when these bacteria start creeping up into the small intestine, they can cause problems there because they really shouldn't be there. So if you get bloating or anything like that, it can be incredibly painful. And the hallmark of that would be the bloating that starts off okay and then maybe gets worse and worse as the day wears on. So we can test for SIBO quite easily with a simple breath test to find out what's going on in there. Okay, so that is 5 underlying reasons why you may be having gut symptoms. If you would like any help with getting to your root cause why you're getting these, then do pop me just message me and I can get some information over to you. Otherwise, if you found this useful, do like and share, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.